everybody, I'm Nadine Hughes from the Cook's Companion, and I've got your recipe of the week this week. I'm sorry I didn't get you one last week to you. Husband had unexpected ankle surgery. All crazy around here, catering for 50 people. Just another day in the Hughes household. So my apologies for not getting one to you last week. But this week what I'm going to show you is one of my go-to dessert recipes for catering this summer. You know, I come across so many different recipes and I'm testing and trialing and making new ones. But every once in a while I come across one that I just know is going to work really well and I know is going to appeal to a lot of my clients, particularly my catering clients. And so I came across, actually in a People's magazine, yes, guilty pleasure every once in a while, in a People magazine, a Nigella Lawson cupcake or muffin for the royal wedding that happened, I don't know, a month and a half ago or whatever. But it was a strawberries and cream little mini muffin recipe. And I tried them and it was fabulous and I love them. And I've been experimenting with them ever since, with strawberries, with blueberries, with raspberries. So I know that it's going to be really versatile for this upcoming summer, depending upon whatever the berries look good and whatever is in season. So let me get started. It's really simple and easy to do. As if you followed me for the last couple of years, you know I'm not a great big baker, so I really like this recipe because it's really simple and easy and the ingredients don't have to be quite as precise. So I'm going to start with, you're going to get about a cup of strawberries, all right? You want to dice them up. Now, the strawberries weren't looking good when I was at the grocery store, but I did have some raspberries. And what I like about this is you can use raspberries and strawberries perhaps that are a little past their date because you're going to be baking them. So they can be a little bit soft. So great thing to use up any sort of fresh fruit that you have in your fridge. So I'm going to take about a cup to a cup and a half of fresh raspberries, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice over top of them. And again, you can do this with strawberries, just make sure your strawberries are finely diced. And the lemon juice basically is just going to give it a little bit that sweetness, bring that sweetness a little bit more out of the berries. So I'm going to let those sit aside while we do the rest of the recipe. In a bowl, I am going to take half a cup of sugar, just regular sugar. You can use quick dissolving if you want, or just regular sugar. 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Get those out of the way. And a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, and that's going to give its rise there. So, take a whisk to it. And anytime I am using, you know, flour, sugar, that sort of idea, and you have to mix it together, I just use a whisk. It actually really incorporates it quite nicely, gets all of the lumps out, and then you don't have to sift them. So put that aside. We're going to work on the wet ingredients for this. What we're taking, because I said it's a strawberries or cream, or today a raspberry and creams, we're going to take 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. And I know you can buy the pure and the artificial. The pure is really worth it. It does taste a lot better, more richer than the artificial vanilla. So try to spend the extra couple of dollars on the pure vanilla. And we're going to take a 1/3 cup of sour cream, hence our cream. Sour cream is great in any sort of baking. I've got a great banana chocolate chip recipe that I use as sour cream, and it really gives that moistness, that richness. And you just sort of want to beat this together. You don't even need to get the beater out. Just use a fork and make sure the egg is well beaten, obviously, and it's all incorporated with the oil, the sour cream, and the vanilla. So that's it. It's not difficult. It's like a 2-bowl recipe. So I love that for cleanup, particularly with my hop-along husband after his ankle surgery on crutches. Less things I can do, the better. So I'm going to take our flour mixture and I'm going to pour on top of it our wet mixture that we just had. I'm going to take my spatula, or you can take a wooden spoon, and I'm going to gently incorporate it all together. So very simple. It's a bit of a thicker batter, and I'll show you in a second. Bit of a thicker batter, so you might sort of think, oh, I need more liquid to it. But don't forget, the juice from the berries is going to release when you're baking, bringing a little bit more moisture to it as well. So I'm going to take about a cup of these beautiful raspberries, and I'm going to gently fold in. So I'm not going to go and stir like crazy. I'm going to fold, but you kind of think of making a figure 8. I go around the outside of the bowl, I turn my spatula in, I cut through the middle, and I go back out again. All right, so very gently, because I don't want to crush the berries too much, but I want to make sure that every bit of batter has got some sort of a berry in it. Now the raspberries are, particularly these raspberries, as they were very, very ripe, are going to break down a little bit, but that's fine. That beeping you heard was my oven, which is preheating and has just preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. And there's your batter, okay? And the beautiful color of the red raspberries starts to bleed into the batter, making it very pretty. Now you can use these in the mini muffins, little tiny guys, or you can do the regular 12-cup muffin. And I'm going to use the 12-cup muffin. I'll show you a picture of the little mini ones as well. Very pretty. If you're going to use the mini ones, make sure that your fruit is cut up finely, okay? Or else you just get this big hunk of fruit and no batter around it. You want to take a 12-cup, that I'm using a 12-cup, and line it with baking paper. I'm using, my little son loves trucks. Can you see that? So I found these really cute truck paper liners. And I'm going to spoon filling about 3/4 of the muffin cup with the batter. You just want to get it in there. You don't have to worry. You don't have to spray. You don't have to do anything else. That's why I love this. Very simple, very easy to do. And we're going to fill them all up. Now I won't waste your time filling these guys up, but fill up the 12 or fill up the 24 mini ones, depending upon which one you use. I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven. It's going to cook, the mini muffins will cook for about 12 to 14 minutes, or when you insert a cake tester or a skewer, toothpick, whatever it is in the middle and it comes out clean. For the larger cup size, it's going to take about 17 minutes. Now everybody's oven is a little bit different, so I always suggest checking it a couple of minutes before the due time. So if it's 12 to 14 minutes for the minis, start checking it around 9-10 minutes. You'll be able to see just by turning the light on in the oven. And again, for these guys, which are going to take a total of about 17, start checking them at about 14 minutes, 13 minutes before, so you don't want to overcook the muffins. Bring them out, put them onto a wire rack, let them cool for about 5 minutes, then just pop them out of the tray, let them cool completely, and you can dust a little bit of powdered sugar on top of them. This is what the final product looks like. Inserting a photo here. Can you see it? They're delicious. They're yummy. Great for breakfast, great for lunch, great for a snack, beautiful for an afternoon tea. I'll be doing the mini ones for catering a lot and stacking them high up on little cake tiers, and they'll be one-bite wonders. Nice, light, fresh for the summer, beautiful. So again, you can get this recipe if you are a member, a free member of our Recipe of the Week. You can click on it, you can print it off, and you can do that by just going to my website, which is www.thecookscompanion.ca. You can see it running across the bottom here. Sign up, and once a week these will pop into your inbox, and you get the printed version, and you get the video version. So enjoy, grab a cup of tea, and have your strawberry cream muffin. We'll see you